God. Ask God.
Hey there, Scott. How's it going? It's Wasim from Dubai. I just want to say I'm a huge fan. You've been that beacon of lighting, of guidance for me for the past 6 months, and your podcast has been super helpful. My question is that I released a product, and knock on wood, it's been really successful. I've been averaging. It's my first product, by the way. I've been averaging, I would say, 35 to 40 sales a day, and it's been going really well. My question is that regarding the rating, the product rating, it's at 3.9 now out of 5, and however the majority of my reviews are positive, right? 4 or 5 stars. We're talking like 84% at least. I would say 86% at least are positive reviews, when 14% are negative reviews. However, the rating is at 3.9, 3.8. It doesn't make sense. It's slightly less than 4 stars. So when I went over, when I hovered over the rating. They said that the way they calculate it is they use an algorithm that's based on whether the review is verified or not, how recent it is, and how many helpful votes it received. So I'm getting a lot of positive reviews, a ton more than negative reviews. However, my rating is not going up. Do you know what the solution is? Have you faced this issue before? Yeah, I mean, if more people find the reviews helpful, will that raise my rating? All right, thank you very much, Scott.
Hey, Wasim, thank you so much for the question, and I do appreciate you being a listener, and I just want to say thanks, man. You're awesome, and keep it up, man. Keep up the great work. 35 units being sold per day. That's phenomenal, man. That's phenomenal. I want anyone out there listening to yes, say it's possible, but also understand that that's kind of a home run in a sense. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to happen out of the gate. So again, you guys have heard me talk about the 10 by 10 by 1, right? That's 10 units being sold a day at $10 profit for one product. That's a good target to shoot for. We're after getting, we're trying to get singles and doubles in the game here. And it seems like you, Wasim, you hit a home run on that one. 35 units a day is a pretty solid start, man. So congratulations on that. Okay, so to answer your question, and again, I don't think there's any way for us to know for sure because it is an algorithm type of thing, right? When they start to give your listing a grade in a sense, right? There's different factors in there. How many people upvoted? How many people downvoted? How many were, was it helpful? Was it not helpful? The different types, the verified versus unverified. There's different things in there that we have no idea how that can affect your overall score, if you will. Okay, but what I can say is this: if you focus on getting reviews from your current customers, which if you're having 35 people a day, okay, and let's just say that in 3 days you have 100 people, right? Well, if you're doing a really good follow-up, you can get 8 to 9%, maybe even 10% of those people to leave you feedback and reviews, okay? And that means that you could get 10 new reviews every 3 days, right? And these are reviews coming in from your customers. These aren't promos. This is people that have bought your product full price, verified fully, right? And this here will help your score over time, period. Okay. Now, if you're getting these negative reviews or negative like downvotes or upvotes, you need to look at that. You need to pay attention to that because there could be something you're missing. There could be something in the product that needs to be tweaked. There's something maybe in your communications that needs to be fixed, right? I think anyone out there listening right now needs to understand that reviews and feedback that come in aren't just a number, that's actually someone that's doing it, and we need to look and see what they are saying to see if we can fix that problem, or if we can also learn from what they're saying they like about the product, right? So either way, that's how you will increase your score, is by getting more of those. So I would really focus on that. I wouldn't necessarily worry and focus on the negative part of it. I would worry about, okay, let's not try to fix the ones that are currently there. Now, if there's reviews there that you think people are, they're complaining about something that you could fix for them, then send them an email, a private email through Amazon, and offer to help them. I would also go on those negative reviews and I would comment publicly. I would do that as well. That's going to also help any negativity that might come from it, possibly by people that are reading these, by saying like, oh, wow, this is cool. This company actually cares about their customer and they're responding to their customer. Now, I don't know if you guys listened to it or not. Hopefully you did. But recently, episode 246, I did with Chris Guthrie, all about tips on how to receive more real reviews. I'm using the air quotes, basically how to follow up with your customers and how to do a really good job in kind of like the language to use when you're communicating with them, and kind of how to present, the actual communications to them, like how to actually talk to them, how to ask for reviews in a non-sleazy way. Like we talked all about that. We actually did a workshop too, which there should be a replay link on that episode as well that you guys can watch. So it kind of gives you more of a walkthrough. He also goes through and gives you the templates for creating these different types of emails. So that's something I would definitely recommend doing, especially for you, Wasim, is to definitely make sure that you have some type of follow-up sequence in place to your real customers that are buying at full price, that are verified, and that could really help you increase and improve your score. Okay, that's how you would do it, and that's authentic. That is real. You're not trying to game the system. This is like you really trying to take the customers that are already going through and allowing them to leave you feedback and reviews. And hopefully, if you've got a good product and you've got good communications with them, they're going to leave you a really good review. Now, anyone that hasn't left a good review, or maybe it's a negative review, you would follow up with them. Never, ever, ever say, could you change your review? Don't ever say that. Okay, that's against the terms of service. But you can just do your best to really over-deliver, and hopefully they will do that. And even if out of 5 people you get one person to do it, that could help you bump your score. All right. So hopefully this isn't affecting your conversion rate, which it may. If you're a 3.9, and if you can get to a 4.5, that could increase it. But I'm not really sure because I don't have all the data. But I would think that if you get lower, like in the 3, it could affect your conversion. And that's where you would want to definitely make this one of your primary focuses. Like right now, if you're getting 35 to 40 units a day sold, then my focus would be definitely that follow-up, to make sure that everyone that's going through your system, your follow-up sequence, is getting value and you're making sure that they are taken care of. Bottom line. Okay. So again, episode 246, I'll throw that in the show notes as well. So that's theamazingseller.com/246. That's with Chris Guthrie. We'll also have a link there to a replay of a workshop we recently did as well. And there's some downloads there too that you can copy and paste some of those templates for those follow-ups. So definitely do that. All right, so hopefully that's been helpful. Thanks again, Wasim, for being a listener. I really appreciate it. And for everyone else out there that's a listener and just a fan of the show, I just want to thank you guys again on a side note here. You guys are awesome, and I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. Well, hey there. Thank you so much for listening to that episode of Ask Scott. Now, that was just a highlight from one of our full episodes where I generally answer 3 to 4 questions on a podcast. If you want to go back and listen to all of the past archives of not just the Ask Scott session, but all of the full episodes where I do interviews with top Amazon sellers, people starting from scratch and building a business, if you want to listen to any of those episodes, head over to theamazingseller.com and you can find all of that over there. You can also find details there on how you can ask your own question and get it aired on an upcoming Ask Scott session and possibly see it here on YouTube or just on the podcast. All right, so definitely head over to theamazingseller.com. There's tons of of resources over there for you to be able to build your e-commerce and Amazon business. So definitely go check that out. Now, I just wanted to remind you one thing before I let you go. There's a lot of information out there, and some of it is really, really good. What I want you to remember is you have to not just consume the information, you have to actually apply that information. So take this information that you learned here today and apply it to your business, and this way here you can get results. As my shirt says, I wear it almost daily. Take action. We'll see you guys.